Warning. Is the Render Astrology foreshadowing trouble for this summer? We will see. Today we're going to be taking a look at the Render technical analysis as well as the Render Astrology. This is the first Render Astrology video I've ever done and maybe has ever been done. Good morning and good evening, crypto astronauts, depending on where you're tuning in from in this beautiful world, and welcome back to the Render in Crypto Paradise. If you're new here, I do technical analysis and run an astrology birth chart for various cryptos. Today I'm going to do Render and see if the astrology patterns correlate with the technical analysis. Please subscribe as I put out these high-value videos for free on YouTube. That's the least you can do is hit that subscribe button. It helps to boost the channel, helps the YouTube algorithm get this video out to more people. Let's help out more people here. None of this content is financial or investment advice, however. This content is intended for entertainment and educational purposes only. All right, let's take a look at the Render chart here. We have the daily chart, which is looking very bullish. We bounced off of this macro 50% level. I'll zoom out and show you that in a moment. But that's looking very good. Back in recently in May, we bounced off of that. Very nice V-shaped recovery there. And we're already gotten above the 50% level from the peak to the swing bottom here. Here's 50%. We've already gotten above that. I believe Solana has not even done that. And Bitcoin actually got rejected off of the 50%. So Render is looking to be one of the strongest, if not the strongest, coins right now, particularly with this chart setup. So we're sitting pretty above the 50% level. However, a little bit of caution. We are hitting around the 0.618 resistance level Fibonacci, and we just got rejected off of the 0.702, which happens very often in crypto. All right, if we zoom in here, we headed up. Yeah, that's not looking so great. There's definitely a lot of resistance at this level right here, this 0.702. So that level is $11.53. Actually, we got to $11.60, but we got rejected hard off of that yesterday. We bounced off of that. So there's definitely noticeable resistance here. Let's look at the weekly. Yeah, we're definitely, potentially getting rejected off the 0.702 so far. We'll see how the next couple days unfold because we're going to get the next weekly close. It'll be interesting to see what happens with this weekly candle. If we can continue and get above the 0.702, if we start heading up here, then that's looking really good. However, if we get rejected, whoopsies, we're back on the daily chart here. If we just continue down, then that's obviously not looking so great. So it seems like we're at a critical point here for the Render chart. It is in a very bullish position still. So, it is possible even if we got rejected, we could continue to bounce upwards eventually. So it will be interesting to see how things unfold. But so far, Render is one of the most bullish coins right now, arguably. Let's look at the monthly. So we got rejected pretty hard off of this all-time high, $13.75. There's a really big wick here, which could be signaling that smart money has been selling from the all-time high all the way down to this level, $10.66. So honestly, this level is very, very important. And we want to get past this month. If we finish the month of May past $10.66, that's very bullish. But if we close this month at that level, $10.66, or below that level, that's quite bearish, and it could be a slow next month or so. And we'll be taking a look at the astrology to dive deeper into that. Now, I want to show you something very, very interesting and a bit concerning. Talked about this in my last video with Solana, but we are giving this gravestone doji right here. That's what this is called. And we can look at more information right here. Gravestone doji. It's used in technical analysis. Is a pattern that implies a bearish reversal is coming. It looks like an inverted T with a high upper shadow. The open, low, and closing prices can be equal or almost equal for the pattern to be valid. There should also be relatively small tail, or else the pattern could be classified. Okay, so relatively small tail. The closing price is pretty close to the opening price. And we got this huge wick up here. So we got a wick all the way from the all-time high, and the wick went all the way down to $7.59 around there. What that could be signaling is that smart money has been selling big time. All the way from the all-time high down to this level, $7.56 around there, 59 cents. The good news is that we have gotten this major green candle in this month in May. Actually, no, including the last 2 months. We've gotten this big green candle. However, we need to finish May high. And so if we don't finish May above this $7.56 level, that's going to be extremely bearish. That is not going to be good at all. However, if we finish May, around $11, $10, $9, maybe even in the $8, that's looking a lot better. But basically, this next month is very important because we do not want to see the typical thing that happens with gravestone dojis is if it just if we have some slow months ahead here. I honestly do not think we have a slow 3 to 6 months ahead for Render. However, I'm going to go into more detail on what I do see coming into this summer, which is going to be very, very interesting. Okay, I'm giving you guys the goods today. Please, please subscribe. Otherwise, I'm probably just going to be putting out this content for my paid subscribers because this is super high value. So please support the channel. Hit that like button and subscribe. Thank you very much. All right. Now, what you've all potentially been waiting for, although there might also be some astrology skeptics on here. If you're an astrology skeptic, continue this video with an open mind. If you're into astrology, you're going to really like this next part. Okay, so let's look at the history of the render chart here. I'm going to zoom way out. And as you can see, let's even zoom out more. As you can see, render started off on this mega bull run ever since January 2023. And we went up here, then we went down, then we went up again, and we stalled out for a while, and then we really went off on this super mega pump right here. All right, let's see if the astrology correlates with that pattern. All right, guys? Let me know in the comments. Do you think the astrology is going to correlate with this price action? We go up, we see a correction, we go up again, another correction, and then up higher, a little correction, and then mega pump. How accurately do you think the astrology is going to match this pattern here? Let me know in the comments below. You think it's going to be 100% accurate, 80%, not very accurate at all. Let's take a look. Here we go. All right, here's the astrology. So basically, I ran an astrology chart for Render based off of the first coins that were sold, October 5th, 2017. And so off of that moment in Los Angeles, California, I generated a birth chart. And these are the planetary transits that were hitting the render chart. All right, so the render chart is P2. The place where the planets are in the sky is P1, and the aspect is shown in the middle here. So this one right here is very, very, very significant. This is a major transit. Pluto squaring the render Jupiter. This started back in February 9th, 2023. It hit again, direct hit, in July 29th, and then it hit again December 18th of 2023. So that's February, July, December. Okay, let's mark that on the chart here. So here we go, February. Oh, and by the way, this is a negative transit. Quite a negative transit. I'm just putting it, there's July, approximately, and then end of December around there. So this is a negative transit that was hitting. What do we see here? The first transit that hit, we peaked and we immediately started to go down. You see that? And the negative transit hits, and then the price goes down. Let me see if I can mark that. Okay. Yeah, so once this negative transit hit, and it lasted for a few weeks, I believe. But yeah, in this area, prices went down. Then it hit again in July. Prices went down again. Then it hit again. Look at this. Look at how clear as day this is. This negative transit hits, and price action just goes down there. Amazing. Okay, so far, this astrology for the render chart is showing quite high accuracy right here. What do you guys think? Let me know in the comments below. All right. So this was February 9th. This was July 29th. So we could move it a little bit. So this was actually going July 29th around there. And this was, I believe, February 7th or 8th. So that's even almost shows more correlation there. See? Okay, now let's look at other transits. I mean, that's already like, wow. That's impressive. This is showing quite high accuracy. We get a positive transit February 11th, but the major negative transit outweighed that. And that can often happen. We do get this positive transit April 2nd. So April 2nd is around here. Are we getting a pump? We got a pump shortly after. Look how well we did after that. Got a major pump there. I can mark the positive astrology in a different color. Let's just do purple, I guess. Purple's positive, the blue's negative. Okay. And we got two very positive transits in May 2023 and again in the beginning of 2024. So May 2023. That's approximately here. We're getting that positive transit. May 2023, we got this major pump. Whoops. Amazing. And then again, the beginning of 2024, we got this major positive chart. Or, sorry, major positive astrology transit. That's when we started getting this mega pump. Not so bad. Once again, May 13th. And then this was starting January 13th. And it also headed into March 17th. So let's take this all the way out to March 17th. And look at this mega. That's literally when we got this extreme mega pump. Wow. This astrology chart is showing some serious accuracy for the render price action. This is incredible. Let me know in the comments what you think. Skeptics, what are you thinking? Do you think this is a bunch of BS still? Think this is a bunch of nonsense? And then astrology enthusiasts, like this video. Comment what you think below. This is actually quite astonishing. Now, honestly, this is quite negative. This is happening March 18th of this year. Let's zoom in. March 18th. Negative. Oh my God. You guys, this is absolutely astonishing, honestly. I'm going to clean this up a bit. We got this negative transit right here. Immediately, the render price fell off. And this literally marked the peak. Unbelievable. Look at this purple line. That's literally when this negative transit hit. We literally fell off of the all-time high there. Unbelievable astrology charts that maybe I've ever seen second to Bitcoin. So, I mean, this is super negative transit. Saturn, the planet of contraction, limitation, hard lessons in reality, hitting the Neptune on the render chart. Neptune is the planet of, well, typically in the investment and the charts, Neptune can represent confusion, and markets don't like confusion. I mean, this is incredible, guys. All right, so we got a couple more positives. This was in May 3rd. Now, here's the concerning part. We are getting two quite negative transits. Saturn opposite Venus, the render Venus, and another Saturn. Saturn, like I said, typically represents limitation, contraction, hard lessons in reality. Could even represent government regulations. So that's not looking pretty. And these transits are hitting pretty hard. June 11th through July 17th. And this one is June 12th to July 16th. Wow. Could we be seeing a dump in the summer? It certainly looks like that. If not a dump, sideways action. We could even be seeing world events here, guys, because I'm seeing a lot of negative transits for this summer in June and July for multiple cryptocurrency charts. Sometimes this goes beyond crypto, guys. Sometimes this could even represent world events. When we're seeing so many different charts that are showing negative transits with Saturn this summer, could have to do with governmental regulations, world events, even bank collapses, things of that nature. I mean, literally in March of 2023, I believe it was March 10th or 11th, we had the Silicon Valley bank collapse. And that was when Bitcoin had Saturn conjunct the Bitcoin Venus. So pretty similar themes here. So could we get more bank collapses this summer? World events, conflicts, governmental regulations. That could bring a dump to the render chart and potentially other crypto charts. Potentially even the macro charts when we're seeing this many astrology patterns align this summer. Now, if you guys take a look at my previous NVIDIA video, take a look at that. Go to my channel, click on the live button because these are live videos, and then go to the NVIDIA video. The good news is NVIDIA has pretty positive astrology this summer, unlike a lot of these crypto charts. So that could balance out the macro a bit. However, this is concerning for the render chart this summer. The good news is I believe it gets more positive after that. So after the summer could continue to be positive. I'm not seeing that right now, but well, yeah, we have some positive transits after this summer. Okay, I'm giving you guys some really, really valuable information here. Okay, so it's interesting that this summer we have those potential negative transits, and then we're also getting this gravestone doji. We got in the last couple months here. March and April, but heading into May and June. Oh man, this is going to be really telling to see what happens in June, because if June falls off and we head back down to $7.60, that's going to look quite bearish for render, and that's definitely possible with all this negative astrology this summer. So if one best performing altcoin, we're seeing some reasons for concern in the next month or two. But the good news is that it could be a generational wealth building opportunity. Because when I'm looking at that, I'm thinking this could be a really good buying opportunity this summer. That's what I'm thinking. But like I said, there could honestly be some world events that can cause a lot of fear, potentially in June. It's really, really interesting here. So I'm thinking, buy when there's fear. That's what I'm thinking, but not financial advice. You make your own decisions. Oh, I wanted to also show some more details on the gravestone doji. I looked at some historical price action on the S&P 500 on the 2-month chart, and I saw some examples of gravestone dojis. This one looks a little bit similar to the render chart where, we're heading up a lot very quickly. Then we get the gravestone doji. This is a green one. It's not a red one, but I think it's still considered a gravestone doji. And then the next 2 months, we got this mega green candle. So it is possible that it could still head up a bit before heading off down like that. So I thought that was interesting. Here's another example on the S&P 500 where we basically got this one up here. Looks a bit like a gravestone doji. And then we started heading down the next, I believe that's 3 to 6 months there. And then here's another example where it's just, this isn't like a textbook gravestone doji because the opening price is a bit different than the closing price. However, we do get this really big wick up on the top and a small tail. So in this case, we did correct down, but only for, I guess that's 2 months. So it's not to say that we know exactly what's going to happen, but it just causes a little bit of concern. That's all I wanted to point out. Thanks so much for viewing this video. I will have a special announcement coming up tomorrow, Sunday. Special surprise announcement about, quick little hint, the first ever Crypto Astro Bali Retreat happening September 7th through 14th. We have a really incredible surprise opportunity for that retreat experience. All right, so stay tuned for Sunday. It's going to be really amazing. You guys don't want to miss it. I'm also going to give a super interesting announcement about, or Bitcoin analysis about the full moon that's coming up on May 23rd. And I'm seeing some very interesting things in the astrology as well as the Bitcoin chart. So it's going to be coming out tomorrow. Keep your eyes out for that. Watch the video. Definitely subscribe and support this channel, please, so we can get these videos out to more people. My goal is to get past the 3,000 subscribers in the next couple days. We're almost there, so please help me get past 3,000 subscribers. Then after that, we're heading to 5,000, then 10,000, then to the moon in this bull market. All right, thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you on the next video. Peace.